Holidays are the most common time for residential fires, unfortunately. So Brian Sillette with Snyder Air Conditioning, Plumbing and Electric joins me now with ways we can protect ourselves and our homes. So thank you so much for joining us today to help us out with this. Yes, good to see you again. So why are residential fires more prevalent in the holiday season?
Well, for one, cooking is the most common cause of residential fires. About half of all fires are caused by cooking. So, holidays, cooking more, different people in the kitchen, maybe aren't used to the equipment. But Thanksgiving is the most common day for residential fires, followed by Christmas Day and Christmas Eve.
Right, and he said not used to the equipment. He's looking at me because off camera I told him that I'm used to a gas stove. This is like the first for me with the flame. It kind of freaks me out, but I know it's really nice for cooking. So I'm going to be a lot more mindful this year as I start to cook. So how can we make sure that we're keeping our homes safe during this hectic time?
Well, for one, just use common sense. Safety when you're cooking.
Right.
You don't leave pots and pans on the burner. If you're frying anything, be really careful. Make sure you know where your fire extinguisher is and how to handle a grease fire. Don't throw water on a grease fire. We know that thing.
Okay, so then how can we make sure that our detectors are working? Because that's kind of like the #1 thing we at least need to have, right?
Sure.
Working smoke detector.
Well, it's recommended that you test your smoke detector once a month.
Okay. Oh, really? Oh, gosh, I don't do that.
Most people don't, right?
Once a month. Okay, and then how do we test it?
Okay, you test it by pushing the button on the front of the detector. So you get a ladder, go up there and just pick one.
And is it just a quick button or do you hold it down?
Press.
Okay, and it should ding or make a noise?
Go off.
And if it doesn't?
Change batteries.
Okay, tell us how to do that.
Okay, so about twice a year it's recommended that you change your batteries. We like to do we were talking about doing it at the time change is a good time to do it.
Spring forward,
I know most
fall back.
people don't do it, but at least once a year you should think about changing the batteries.
Okay, and then I noticed too that these are two different colors.
Sure.
And this one also looks a little bit more old school than this one. So how do we know when it's time to replace the whole thing entirely?
Sure. So it's recommended that the average lifespan of these things is about 8 to 10 years.
Okay.
This one is from 2011. We just took it out of a house last week. This one's brand new. I just took it out of the box. So you can kind of see that over time they'll yellow. They'll kind of like just yellow out in ambient light. And if you notice your detectors are yellow, could be a good time to think about swapping them out.
Okay, and you can help with that, right? Because I know there are some people who either afraid to get up on the ladder, husband's out to sea, that used to be the thing for me. He's retired military, so he's not doing that anymore, but I know we have a lot of military family, a lot of wives maybe not wanting to get up and do that, or they just don't want to mess it up, right?
Yeah,
so we can
they're
call
just not
you for
fun to mess with, right? Yeah.
I didn't even know that was available service.
Go to our website. We're usually offering some kind of special on smoke detectors.
Great.
Like 3 for $4 or 2 for $3 or something like that. Or give us a call, 641-0600, and we'll be glad to come out and take a look at it for you.
Wonderful. I'm glad that we did this segment today because I had no idea that was a service that y'all could provide. It could have helped save me a lot of time and frustration when my husband was out to sea.
Sure.
So thank you so much for helping us out with that today, and happy holidays to you.
Happy holidays. Thanks for having us.
And if you'd like to see this interview again, everyone just head to First Coast News Plus on Roku, Apple TV, or Fire TV.